Hi everyone, welcome to the Moodle Minute. I'm Marnie Dunning with quick tips to make teaching with Moodle easier and faster. Today's topic, creating and using rubrics for easy and fair grading. Have you ever found yourself grading assignments and typing the same feedback over and over, or wondering if you graded one student a little differently than another? There's an easier way. Moodle lets you create rubrics to clearly define expectations and grade with just a few clicks, making your grading faster and more consistent. Let's walk through how this works. First, open the assignment you want to add the rubric to. At the top, click Advanced Grading. On the left, you'll see options for changing your active grading method to. You have three options. Simple direct grading is the default using points or a scale. A marking guide is a flexible assessment tool where graders assign custom point values and add comments to specific criteria rather than choosing from the fixed levels of a traditional rubric. This is considered the middle option between simple direct grading and a rubric. A rubric, this is where you define criteria and assign levels with point values. Select Rubric. On the right, you have two options. Define new grading form from scratch and create new grading form from a template. Today we'll create one from scratch, but feel free to explore existing rubrics and adapt them to your needs. Start by giving your rubric a clear name, something you'll recognize later. You can also add a description, which is optional but helpful for organization. For this example, we will build a rubric with 5 criteria and 5 levels. Before building, it's a good idea to draft your rubric on paper. First, define your criteria. For example, thesis, organization, or use of evidence. These are the areas you'll be grading. I will add my first criteria. Next, add your levels such as excellent, proficient, or needs improvement, and assign point values. Use Add Level to add more options. When you're ready to add another criteria, click Add Criterion. Continue this process until your rubric is complete. At the bottom, review your options. If you're not finished, you can save as a draft. When you're ready, click Save Rubric and make it ready. Keep in mind, you can still edit this rubric even after you have saved and decided to use it. Once you have defined and saved the rubric for this assignment, your students will see it on the assignment, so they will know exactly how they will be graded. Once the student has uploaded the assignment and you are ready to grade, open the assignment, click Grade, navigate to that student. At the bottom, you can change your display, making it easier to use the rubric when grading. Simply select the levels that match each criteria. Moodle will automatically calculate the score and clearly display the results for students. Keep in mind, you can add feedback to each level of the criteria. And you can add feedback for the entire assignment in the feedback comments. Once you are done, click Save Changes. When the student navigates back to the assignment and they scroll down, they will see the filled out rubric and the grade for this assignment. If you'd like to reuse this rubric in the future, you can contact the GTS Helpline to have it saved as a template. Once saved, it becomes available for all instructors at Gustavus. Rubrics not only save time, but they also help ensure fairness and provide clearer, more meaningful feedback. And if you ever have questions about grading or using Moodle more efficiently, the GTS Helpline is always here to help. And that's your Moodle Minute. Thanks for watching.